Hello, this is Mr. Nelson, and I'm going to be showing you today how to use Autodesk Inventor. So we are going to be practicing with some basic drawings, trying to get this shape down, understanding what some of these lines are that we're looking at, and then essentially being able to get an M with a box around it. So to get started, we are going to want to open up Autodesk Inventor. When you open up Autodesk Inventor, you will have this home screen here that you will see. We want to start with a drawing file. When you open it up, you will see several different options. Here, we're going to primarily be sticking with this sketch tab. So first thing is I'm going to use my scroll wheel. I'm going to zoom in over here. I can use this hand to kind of move things around so that I see it. We want to make sure that you have your name, your date, and some sort of title. To be able to add a title here, I need to first get out of that hand, so right-click OK. I'm going to start a new sketch, and we can see here that a new sketch has been started. And I'm just going to say I want to have a title going here. So this is going to be Drawing Lesson 1. Okay, so when I make this, right-click OK. It's a little small, but I can click and drag it. If I wanted to make it bigger, I double-click on it, highlight what I want to make bigger, and then input the size that I want to make it. Drawing Lesson 1. And then you can adjust the size of these so that maybe they would fit inside. Looks like 0.5 is too big, so we'll try 0.4. There we go, Drawing Lesson 1. And then again, I can use my scroll wheel to zoom out. So the next thing that we're going to be taking a look at is we're going to be taking a look at this line option. And essentially, we're just going to click and make an M. Click, 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 right-click, OK, and we have this M shape. And then again, we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to go around the outside of our object to make a box of some sort. So to fix up these edges of our box, I'm going to use the horizontal constraint. This essentially allows us to make a crooked line horizontal. So I click on this line, turns it horizontal. I'm going to check the bottom line. It's already horizontal, so I don't need to make it. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the vertical constraints. Make this line vertical, make this line vertical. It's already vertical, so we don't need to make it vertical. Right-click OK to get out of those constraints, and then I can just kind of drag these over to make them fit inside my object here. Awesome. Now we're going to go ahead and make some dimensions. Dimension essentially allows us to put in a specific value for the size of our shape. So I click on the dimension, I click on the line that I want to change the size of. I click where do I want to put that size. So we see I put it slightly above the outside of my shape. That way it's easy to see. I'm going to type in 30. OK. If you need to change the shape again, you could always just double click on it and change the number. But like I said, we're going to want to keep it 30. We're going to use that same dimension tool on this side. You can simply double click on it and make it 16. And then on this size, it says we need to make a driven constraint because it's already constrained on this side. So this is essentially telling us, hey, you have a box. We want to keep this box 16. The other side is already 16, so we're going to make a fake constraint to make you happy, but it's not going to actually do anything. If I go in there, it won't let me change the number because this side is already there. Same thing on the bottom. It's like, hey, you already have a constraint. So it doesn't actually do anything except show us that, yes, we have 16 on both sides and 30. So taking a look at this image, we have our 30 and we have our 16. So now we're going to work on this part of our M's, getting our dimension lines on the M. So again, using our dimension line, I'm going to click here. And then I'm just going to move my mouse over until it shows up either on the top or on the side. And we're going to type in our numbers so that we can make our dimensions on the M. So I click, move over until I see it. I type in the size that I want it to be. So in this case, I want that to be 6. Then I hit OK. I click on this, I tell it where I want to place this. I want to place it there. We'll make it 5. And then we will just continue this process. 6, 5, until we have our shape completely made. 12 and 6. Voila. We now have an M. I can go ahead and finish our shape. Notice the dimension lines go away, but if I double click on my sketch here, they're definitely in our shape, but it's more for the humans to see that yes, this is the size, and it does of course affect the size of our lines as well. So your goal is to go ahead and make this M. Once you're done, we will file, save as, and we're going to save this as drawing lesson 1, and we are going to put it inside our intro to engineering folder. Mine is in a weird location, but that's essentially all you need to do is put it inside your intro to engineering folder. Once that's done, you're good to go. Save. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.